Okay, so now we have talked about variables and constants. We have talked about what are data types, what are arithmetic operators and expressions. Okay, now we'll see what are Java control statements. They can be for making decisions, they can be for looping through something like iterating, we can say iteration. They can be for jumping from one statement to another statement. So there can be many Java control statements which we have to use while programming. So let's first take decision making. Okay, now I have created one student class, and these are the marks of a student in his 5 subjects. So I declare 5 variables, and this is the data type, this is the variable name, and I have to declare 5 variables for storing the data of the student marks. Now let's see. Now there is one criteria that if the student gets more than 60 marks in math subject, he has a distinction, else he does not have. So we have to, for checking, for making a decision, I'll use if. So if variable name marks maths is greater than 60, then I will print what? Distinction. Okay, else no distinction, else we will print no distinction. Okay, so now whatever is in if this statement, if this is true, then it will go to the if block. If you have to write multiple statements, then you should use curly braces. If you have one statement, it will by default go to that statement only. So if this condition is met true, it will print distinction. Otherwise, if this condition is met false, it will go to else block and print no distinction. So we can try running this program. Let's see what we get. We get no distinction because this condition is false. 60 is not greater than 60. So this condition is false. It goes to else block and prints no distinction. There's something called nested if also. If I want to check multiple conditions, if I want to check that even the marks in science should also be greater than 60, then I am using one more if for it, and it will check 2 conditions. So this is called nested if. Okay, now this is all about if. So if you want to make any decisions, we use if else. Now we see that for for storing 5 values, we had to declare 5 variable names. Now if you want to store 10 values, you will be declaring 10 variable names. Now supposing you have to store 100 values, 100 marks maybe, then what will you do? Will you declare 100 variable names? No, that is not a feasible solution. You cannot do that. So for that we have a solution. We make an array. In this array, we will store all the marks. It can be any number. This is how we declare an array in Java. You have to store all, you just store all the marks under one variable name. So you need not declare as many variable names as you want. You just need to declare one variable name, and that is all done. Ends with a semicolon. This is how you declare an array. So after making array declaration, now we want to iterate through the values and print them. So what do we need to do? We need to create a for loop. For is used for iterating through the, supposing array, you want to iterate all the marks and print them. I'll initialize one variable which will mark the beginning of the loop, and the loop will move till 4 because it has 4 values, it has 5 values. It will index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the loop should start from 0 and go through 4, go up to 4. So we give the condition less than 5. Now we want to print all the marks. For printing the marks and I index means I will change the value. Now this is the initialization thing we do in for. Then this is, we check the condition whether 0 is less than 5. Then it will go in the body of the loop, mark 0, it will print 50. Then again fourth it will go to I++. This is what called the increment operator. This is called the post increment operator, and this will increase the value of I by 1. Now the I's value is 1. Again it will check I less than 5, true. Then it will go in the body of the loop and print marks I, means 60. Again it will do the same thing and loop till the condition, this condition is true. When it becomes 4, it becomes 5, then the condition is false and it comes out of the loop automatically. So we can see what is printed after running it. So we can see all the marks are printed. It has moved through the loop and all the marks are printed. After Java 5, we have something called enhanced for loop, where the syntax is something like this. You can iterate through the array simply and print this D. It will also print all that. This is called enhanced for loop, which makes the looping quite easier. After Java 5, this feature has been added. This is called the enhanced for loop. Okay. Regarding the declaration of the array, now array can also be two-dimensional. These brackets most preferably should be put here while declaring an array. If we want to declare, this is called the one-dimensional array. If we want to declare a two-dimensional array, we'll have two dimensions, rows and columns. So we'll have two brackets like that. This is how a two-dimensional array is declared. Okay, now we have talked about decision making. For making decision we need if else. Switch you can explore on your own. Then iteration statements, for we have discussed. While and do while also work on the same concept, just the syntax is different. You can check on internet. Now let's talk about the jump statements. Now if you want to come out of the loop, this is the loop, for loop. Now if I have some condition I want to come out of the loop, I can use break. If I say if marks I is greater than 80, then break. So this break statements, whenever then this condition is met, it comes out of the loop. It won't go in the loop until this condition is met. Once this if I say break, it will come out of the loop. Same way, if I use continue does not break it continues in the loop. If I give some condition, I want the loop to continue, I will use the continue statement. So this is all about the control statements. We'll discuss about the other programming features in our next lecture.